What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We are now here at the weigh-in, baby. We are having kitchen table talk on the couch. Kitchen table talk on the couch, baby. It's been a while since we have weighed in. Tonight, I am B Banks, and I'm coming to you with the weigh-in special, our kitchen table talk edition from the couch. And I got our special guest right here in the house, baby. Give it up for none other than Shey Love, honey, baby. Come on, Shey Love.
Hey.
Baby, are you ready to get into some of these conversations?
I am. I'm ready.
Now, look, one thing we know about is we have not scripted this. It's not planned. We're just going to literally let the conversation flow wherever it's going to flow. It is 12 o'clock here, our time, so it's late night talks. Baby, put those kids to bed. They should be in the bed or out of your room because the conversation might go left, right, up, down. It doesn't matter. It may go either way. Baby, look, Cora's in the house. She's with some kitchen table talk. Hey, Cora. Hey, Cora. What's going on, honey? Baby, we're having kitchen table talk on the couch tonight, and I hope y'all are ready. So, I know my first topic, and I am ready to go. I am ready to get it in. Now, if you don't know, real quick, I want to make sure that you are aware that we are streaming live from YouTube as well as Facebook. This, again, is the weigh-in, and we're going to just have some good old conversation, like adult conversation. We're going to be real. We're going to be authentic, and we're going to be open, honest, and very much more so transparent. So if you're not ready to get into the conversation, then this may not be here for you. You ready, Cora? Baby, look, we are ready to, honey. We are ready to. So we're going to go ahead and get into everything that we need to get into here, dealing with the conversation. And I got a couple of different things that I want to start off with. And like I said, I'm going to lead the way. Baby, Shey don't even know what I'm going to say. So I want to talk about a text that I got today, though. Okay, not the one you're thinking about.
Okay.
I want to talk about a text that I got today. Okay, and it went like this. Now, if anybody knows me and you've been on the way in, you know that we have talked about relationships and things like that. We've talked about political stuff, anything that's going on. But tonight, I definitely want to start off with relationship talk, and then we'll kind of move wherever it may go. So I know that I have been, out in the little dating field. I'm 9 years plus single. So I'm definitely kind of in my own zhuzh. I'm definitely kind of go with the flow person. I don't have to talk to nobody, communicate. So I have a open mentality, but I'm to myself mentality. And I don't feel like I have to explain myself to a lot of people. So when you're trying to get to know somebody, it can be kind of hard because people definitely want to ask you a lot. And it's like, I don't want to put myself out there on Front Street every time I get to know somebody. Because there's always a series of, what are you doing? How are you doing? What are you looking for? After you've answered that 2 or 3 times, you don't want to do that every time. And I know it sounds wrong because that's how you get to know people. But it's like, instead of interviewing me,
right,
how about you just talk to me and allow things to take its course? Well, I'm typically a short person through text. Okay? I'm short. You text me, I can be lengthy, but it has to be something that requires me to be lengthy.
Okay. I
like to keep it short and simple because in text messages, a lot of things get misconstrued. If I said that right. So with that being said, the message I got today, I was driving to work and I was just like, responding to the message. This was nobody I hadn't really talked to. It was a fresh conversation. And, we were exchanging, stuff. First off, let's rewind it back. You hit me up, my profile on that particular dating site a week ago with SMH, which is like shaking my head. So of course my natural response was like I'm really animated, so I send GIFs, emojis, and things. And so I sent a GIF like what? No response. A week later you come back and it's like, hey, so I send a wavy hand emoji back because right now I'm not invested. So it's just simple. And then all of a sudden it's, what are you doing? Heading to work. What are you looking for? How did we get here? That's what I'm thinking. Like, how do you get there? Like, 3 exchanges and it's all of a sudden, what are you looking for? But if you took the time to click on my profile, maybe you should have took the time to read the profile because it explains that already. It's clearly stated. And I'm a great clear communicator.
Okay.
So I responded. Again, my messages are short. They're not very lengthy. They're like 2, 3, 4 words. Mm-hmm. And so after one or two other exchanges, I don't remember what all was said. All of a sudden, after all of a sudden, it was bye clown. Now you know. You know me. And I'm just like, so I'm a clown because oh no, one of the messages before was like, am I bothering you because you're very short? Which I've been told that before. It's nothing new. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no, that's just how I text. You know, I said, don't overthink it.
Okay.
The message that followed that was, bye clown. So I had to gather my thoughts and address it, you know, with the right purpose. And so I was like, what do you mean? I said, so this is what we're talking about right now. Like, this is what we're doing. I said, because you asked me what am I looking for, and you say, you know, you wanted whatever, but this is how you react. You're looking for maturity. You say that this is what you're looking for. But when I tell you don't overthink it, I'm just short. And I'm very short-winded in text. Mm-hmm. And anybody who knows me, I'm very matter-of-fact to the point. Mm-hmm. And it's not because I'm being rude. It's just I like specific, clear instructions. And text messages don't come with a delivery. So if you put too much into it, people can go one way or the other. But if it's direct and to the point, you get it. So neither here or there. I said, so this is what we're doing. I said, this is what you said, but your response says that you're not ready for what you said you were, but that's fine. I'm cool with it. And I left it alone. I didn't say nothing negative. I didn't go off. I didn't curse. And then the conversation changed. Because I guess you thought my take was going to be something different. And I guess what I'm trying to get to in the scheme of things, is how can we, old-fashioned people like myself, modernize how we look at dating in the present? Because if I'm a clown because I simply answered your question and I don't want to be interrogated, I don't want to be interviewed, and I don't want to seem like I have to give you my resume every time somebody hits me up, when clearly what's on my profile states where I'm at right now in the dating scene and what I'm looking for and all of that. If you read the profile, then you understand if we were a match or not. Mm-hmm. Now, here's a caveat to that. I'm tired of getting unsolicited pictures and videos. Unsolicited pictures and videos. What do you think? I need to hear from somebody else's perspective because I know where I am in it.
To the pictures?
To the whole situation.
Well, for starters, I'm not a texter either. I feel like it takes the voice out of the conversation. You know, it takes the tone, it takes the personality out of the conversation. So, for me, I don't do too well with texting. How are they? I'm sorry.
They're actually pretty good.
Good. I got you. But now, how you responded to that was definitely better than how I would have responded, because I would have lashed out, and then it would have been blocked. But I'm just different because I've come from an area where I've always been quiet and hid my feelings and never told anyone how I felt. But now I'm grown and I'm an adult and I feel comfortable with myself. I'm gonna tell you how I feel and then I can block you. That's my choice. I can do that. So the way you handled it was definitely better than how I would have. I'm gonna be honest with you about it. I'm still grown. He ain't done with me yet. Okay. Are you still conversing with him as of now?
Somewhat.
Okay. So it didn't bother you that?
Well, the tone changed. Remember, the way the tone changed.
Right.
Because my tone was
different.
Different. Okay. I think different than what you expected. But okay. I think what I take it was that you were projecting what you have been through in the past on me. And based on how I responded, it triggered what you were used to.
Makes sense.
Versus what I gave you. And I think sometimes we as people tend to do that, you know, quite a bit. And that's just how I feel about it.
So, why are you learning? What you got?
Somebody's trying to copyright my video and I don't understand why, because I haven't done it.
How so?
I'm trying to figure that out. And I'm not understanding how, because we didn't play any music or anything. And it's got somebody on here. I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Are we on a commercial break? We should be.
It says it contains 39 seconds of content that
Who
and we haven't done anything. I think it's blocked. I don't know if it's blocking the video or what is it doing. I don't know.
If y'all are on and y'all are still able to hear us, we are on a commercial break due to some technical difficulties.
And it's currently, but I'm not understanding what, because nothing's been shown. Okay, let me see what's going on. So, I think. Okay, I'm not for sure. I'm just trying to check and see if we're still live. If you're in the comments, say something so I know. I know on YouTube I'm still there, but I think Facebook is the one that has. Yeah, Facebook is the one that has blocked my stuff. I'm not for sure as to why. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's remove Facebook. Okay, I dropped it from Facebook. I'm gonna see if I can go back and add it on, and then make it around it. We're gonna see. Okay. Let's see if that will fix the problem. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It's just, streaming from multiple platforms. You're getting different messages. Okay, yeah, it started a new I don't know what they found, but we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it and prosper. Okay, so I'm sorry. We're gonna keep the show rolling. I'm sorry, but that is real life. This is what lives are. You know, you get real life issues, so we're dealing with the issues as we go. Okay, so anyway, so you were giving me advice on, or you were saying your takeaway on the situation. So yes, the communication is still going.
Okay, so that wasn't enough to remove you from communicating with him. So I mean, the overall, I wouldn't communicate. But again, that's just my view. But for you, I feel like you're strong enough to handle other things or the way that he was, approaching you. But I mean, for me, it's just totally different. I can't really give you advice off of that.
I'm kind of at a place to where like I know who I am, and I'm not gonna let anybody move me, shift me, or make me waver in who I am, how I feel, and what I believe. And that's just me. If your insecurities are still carrying you, that's your insecurities. I'm not gonna let you push that on me. But what I want you to understand is whatever you're insecure about had nothing to do with me. If I do something that triggers your insecurity or that makes that happen, then tell me what that is, because I don't know you well enough to know what your triggers are or what your hurt is. And I think a lot of times as we go into situations and we go into things, we carry our past, our hurt, and our pain because that's what we've been through. We may also carry our joy and our happiness, but when we walk from one relationship to another, thank you, Jackie. When we walk from one relationship to another, we always carry the baggage of where we came from. We don't always walk into relationships with the happiness and the optimism of what was there. We walk in with the hurt and the pain, and we project that onto somebody. And I don't understand that. Let me take that back. I lied. I do understand it because I used to do it. And I didn't understand it then, but where I am in my life now, I see it, I apologize for it, I addressed it, and I had to fix me. And I think we don't always go into situations fixing ourselves. Thank you, Jackie. She says, and guarded. Yeah, very guarded. I don't think we walk into situations ready to move on from what hurt us before. We're still carrying that hurt and we're transposing that onto someone else and projecting that onto someone else. And I don't think that's fair. And that's why I didn't stop the conversation, because I didn't cause you the pain. The pain was there before we even spoke. You just didn't understand. It wouldn't have mattered if it was me or not. It would have been projected on somebody else because you already had insecurities that were living and existing and waiting to show its head. And I think what changed the tone was that when you said what you said, I didn't react. And when I said what I said, you was like, huh? And I explained why my reaction was to what it was and why I said what I said. And then it was like the conversation moved a different way, and I let the conversation flow however it was going to flow. Because I don't have any reason to argue with you. Because I'm not invested yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. This was just, hi, how are you? We're getting to know each other. But I won't be interrogated. Now that I wasn't going to do.
So now in regards to these pictures that you're getting.
Girl, I don't even know where they come. Some of these people I never speak to, they just send them. I guess that's what they're seeking at the moment. But it has nothing to do with my profile.
How do you feel about that?
If they're unsolicited, well, I don't ask for them, so they're all unsolicited. First off, I'm nosy, so I'm going to look. Okay? I'm nosy, I'm going to look. But I don't understand how that's a greeting to someone. Like, we've never had any conversation at all. That's the first thing you send me. And the pictures is one thing. It's when you get video. That's another.
Okay, so how do you feel about the videos?
I think it's sleazy.
So the photos are okay.
I didn't say okay.
Well, I'm asking.
But The video takes it to another level because it's what you be doing. It's what you're doing in the video. Some things I don't. I'm a person that believes some things should stay where they happened at. That's just me. I'm old-fashioned in some aspects of my life. I don't think some things are meant to be shared. Now, if we were dating or we were in a relationship and we were doing that between each other, that'd be different because we have some foundation in something. But coming from an unsolicited place where I don't even know you, I don't even know your name, but I met your body parts before I met your name.
And who's to say that those are really their body parts?
Correct. But then you send video to match the body parts of whatever is going on in the video, because there's been from solo acts to accompaniments. And I don't need any of it because I didn't ask for it. And if you read my profile, you would understand that that was not something I was seeking.
Okay.
Or needing.
Okay. So, what I'm hearing is the type of approaches. The approaches to you are not something that you're looking for. So then, what do you do? Well, first before you answer that, how do you honestly feel about the way that they're approaching you?
I hate it. Mostly, I usually block it.
You hate it and you block it.
Either I ignore it or I block it. Like I block the whole profile. Mm-hmm. Because if that's what you're gonna do and you don't even know me, then what you're looking for already tells me we're on the same wave path.
Okay.
We're not equally yoked.
Okay.
That's me. Now, again, if we had that relationship, we've been in that place before, or we were in that place, and that was between us as a couple, as a dating thing or something, that would be different. Now, I don't send pictures. I don't take what we call nudes and things like that. Mm-hmm. That's never been my thing. But if I did, that would be with someone I'm with, someone that I was with long term. Because you have to understand, and I think a lot of people forget, once you put it out there, you can't take it back.
I have never been that type of person to send my body parts to anyone. Like, ever. I don't care if it was a fling. I don't care if I was dating. I don't care if I was in a relationship with you. I don't care if we were friends with benefits. I never took pictures of my body parts and sent them to anyone. That's not like something that I'm into. And on top of that, I don't care for you to send them to me either.
I'm kind of there with you. Some things should be meant to be kept as a secret. I feel like if you send it to me, especially if we're not in a relationship, you've sent them to other people.
They're lined up.
Yeah. And you're always sending them. So my thing is, what makes it special to me, because it's like a gift. And that's how I look at it. It's like a gift that's wrapped up with a pretty bow on top. We all eventually want to unwrap the gift. Mm-hmm. But the surprise in the gift is the unwrapping. Mm-hmm. But if you give me the gift before I ever unwrapped it, or if you give me a gift and it's nothing, it just comes out the Walmart sack, I'm not surprised because I could already see what the gift was. Mm-hmm. Versus, it's the gift of, once we get to a certain place, I have the element of surprise, the element of whatever my fantasy or thought process is, but you didn't even let me unwrap the gift. You threw it in my face. So where's my surprise? That's kind of how I feel, and I feel like the gift should be shared only with those that it's applicable to, not to everyone. That's kind of how I also feel about this whole trend, and that's a whole other conversation, of the OnlyFans world, of the way it took a turn, because OnlyFans wasn't meant for what it is being used for. But for the way it's going, you said, I don't encourage nude pics no matter what. Right.
Who stated it?
Jackie C. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Like, I'm not big on nude pics, taking them or receiving them. I mean, if you choose to send one, I can't tell you whatever. It doesn't move me either way. But and then you got to think about your job, your career, your ethics. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. And again, I feel like once you put that information out there, you can't take it back. Once you send it, you cannot unsend it. Once you post it online or anywhere, it's there forever. And that's what I tell people this all the time. Once it's on the internet, once it's out there in someone's phone, you cannot hit delete. Even if it was in someone's phone and they deleted it out, it's technically still in that phone. Nothing is ever deleted. That's how people get caught up in so many situations, because they can go to your phone, pull the hard drive, and retrieve every deleted item you've ever had on there. There is a file of deleted items that will forever stay on your phone. You may not be able to access it, but it is accessible. And someone who is computer savvy can pull it up. And that's how we have hacking. That's how we have leaked videos. I mean, some people leak their own stuff, but that's how you have leaked stuff. That's how you have so many things that are out there. And again, I'm not against anybody who chooses to do those type of exchanges. It's not for me. But I just think people have to think more beyond the right now. Because then when people get mad, you get revenge exposings. You get stuff. You have kids. You have younger people that expose each other in revenge. And from clicks and likes. Because it's all about the Insta fame. And that's just how I feel. Right, Jackie. No suspense at all. Feeling change, and that picture becomes a weapon. Yeah, feelings change, and then you weaponize it. And people are vindictive, and I don't think you should ever give no one that kind of power to use you or your body as a tool. Even if what you meant was for the thrill, and now they took that, and now it's something they're blackmailing you, they're looming over your head, or they expose something that maybe you don't want the world to see, and then it becomes an issue. No?
I don't know nothing about it.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I know nothing about it because, again, I don't have those type of things coming my way, and I don't send those things anyone else's way.
Oh, I wish they weren't coming my way.
I don't know. Like, and I think, to be honest, a lot of people have told me like I can be intimidating to people sometimes. So I don't try to be. I'm very loving. I'm very caring. But I feel like when you come to me, you're gonna have to come to me correct. Like that whole bird whistle and trying to catch my attention and all that stuff. That does not move me. You're gonna have to come with it with your A game plus some, and the Lord above with you, because things that attract individuals. I didn't want to attack nobody at all. Things that attract individuals do not attract me. So if you were to send me nudes, I'd be like, let me pass this along to somebody that actually give a damn. Because it doesn't attract me. I'm not going to sit here and tell the world what attracts me, because then people will use that against me. But those certain things that attract other individuals don't attract me. You're going to have to come with it all as a package.
Mm-hmm. Jackie says so many young girls were taken advantage of in college. Shaking my head.
It didn't start in college. It started in high school. It started in middle school. Agreed. Some people were taken advantage of in college, but go further back sometimes. People were just taken advantage of in general.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my thing that I wanted to start off with. Anything on your mind that you may want to weigh in on? Any topics? Anything that comes to mind?
Me?
Mm-hmm. If not, that's fine. I just wanted to open the floor so that.
No, I want somebody to ask me a question so I can answer it.
Y'all want to wait? Anything y'all want us to touch base on? If you have a question or a topic, put it in the chat, and we'll definitely address it as we go through our conversation. We'll be here just a little while longer, not too much longer, but a little while longer, just having good kitchen table talk. And we can get greasier. We're being nice right now.
We really are being nice. I feel like, we're polishing this up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just a little,
We're being nice. We're being nice so that, we're being nice. You got to put after dark on it. That way you can really get good and greasy.
Yeah.
Real good and greasy.
Ask me anything. But this is kind of good because you get a man perspective and you get a woman perspective.
Yeah, it is. And good. I don't always get that all the time. I mean, I do, but, not live and in person. One of the things I think about when you just think about holistically, like relationships and families and things like that, and I ain't gonna beat the dead horse. You know, I can talk about so many more things. I just want to. Oh, Jackie said I just happened to be up. Yeah, Jackie, thank you for being up. We appreciate you. We, you know, hey, we.
Jackie, throw anything at me. I'm ready.
Yeah, if you have anything, there's 3 of you on here, so if you definitely wanna add anything in the conversation, let us know. We can definitely tackle it. I don't mind. You know, I'm up for a challenge. Um, but you know, there.
And we can talk about anything you want to talk
Yeah, nothing's
about.
off the table. I'm
Nothing
definitely
at all.
open. Um,
And I will say this is my opinion. I'm not saying any of my words. It did not come out of no Bible. It ain't come off no internet. It didn't come off because who John told me about it. This is my own opinion. This don't mean this can go through one ear and out the other. My opinion don't matter. I'm just here. If you want to hear my opinion or hear my side or hear my voice, my advice, or the way that I handle things, cool. I just learned something off of Brandon in regards to growth and how to respond to people that approach you in a different manner. Because me, I'm high headed. I'll just tell you how I feel about you and go on by my life. But in his situation, I ain't even have to do that. He didn't do it, and I didn't have to do that. So learning every day.
Jackie said, "Tell me your background. I just saw the notification and turned in." Jackie, be more specific when you mean my background or whose background. Yeah, give me a little more so I know what you mean and what type of background. Do you mean like in life? Do you mean business? I mean, what do you mean? We're kind of, just trying to make sure I'm hitting the right tune. Ooh, that water was giving me a little carbonated water came through. Okay, you know. I was talking to you about this, and I'm not gonna hit it as deep as we talked, but Shey knows I have an ex where we dated for a long time. Like we dated probably longer than some people have been married. Okay, and we really, it's one of those situations where like you love someone, like you love them to the core, but you knew y'all couldn't be together type thing. And maybe it was timing, maybe it was circumstantial, whatever it may be. And you know that love is real, but like you get to a place to where y'all are friends and you value the friendship more than you value the need or desire to be in a relationship. And you're fighting yourself because part of you loves this person enough to where you always feel like you did when y'all were together, when y'all are around each other. But at the same time, part of you is fighting because you value the friendship more than you value the relationship. And sometimes you distance yourself because you don't want feelings to interfere with what's right or what you believe is right. Does that make sense?
You know it makes sense to me.
Okay.
Are you asking them if it makes sense?
It's just like, it's one of those things where you kind of like, it's a vulnerability, I think. You're really vulnerable because you know you love this person. I mean, you love this person. But you also know that in your mind, it may be better for you to never be in a relationship and keep the friendship and have the love from within a friendship versus being in a relationship and potentially lose it all. Like it's a really hard place. It's a very fine line, especially since you've dated once before and you broke up for different circumstantial reasons. And to go back a second time would mean there would have to be a lot of growth. There would have to be a lot of talk. and definitely a different spin on things, because you could go into the same relationship with the same mentality and go through the same situations, which I think people tend to do sometimes. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at.
I've been there. I've been there. My truth on that will be, I dated someone for years. The relationship was great. The breakup was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But my friendship with that person is everything. It's everything. That person knows me in and out.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit in a room and that girl would know exactly what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Jackie said, one, she wants to know about our life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Two, she says, wait, this is Shey Love? OMG, awesome.
Yes, it is. It's me.
Yes, this is the Shey Love, honey. The Shey Love.
I was in the box earlier.
Yes, she was in the box. Let's go back and watch that. All right.
It's me. But my friendship is everything. With that individual. And I don't feel like I will have friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't, especially with the pandemic and all of this stuff going on in the world, like it's hard for me personally to go out and meet people and just be and have a genuine friendship with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's people either want something or they'll say they want something and don't want that and be wanting something else. Like it's a lot of confusion when it comes down to individuals. And I feel like in the state of mind that I'm in right now, I just need to be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I lost a lot of sight of self because I was putting everybody before me.
Mm-hmm.
And so to loop this back into my past relationship, that's the only friend that knows me in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how do I just walk away from that? When that's the only person that knows me without even saying nothing. She could be in the room and read me like a book.
Mm-hmm.
I could be in the room with her and read her like a book. So how do I turn that off?
Mm-hmm.
I care about her, I love her, but I know our relationship is just that probably just will never.
It's like it's almost like it's not meant to be. Like y'all, it's kind of like like y'all could be potential soulmates, but being soulmates is one thing. Being together is another.
Exactly.
And I think that's the key. Like that could be my soulmate. Like I know for a fact, like no matter what, I'ma always love this person. I'ma always love them, and I'ma always have this feeling for them. But it's not in the cards for us to be together.
At all.
But we're supposed to be in each other's lives in some form. And I believe that I think sometimes people think you have to be in a relationship with your soulmate. And I don't think that's the key. I think it's about knowing who that person is for you, or meeting that person and accepting them for the role they're supposed to play. And I think sometimes friendship is the role of the soulmate. Doesn't mean it has to be more. And it's just a very fine line. That's a very fine line. I want to address Jackie's thing. So Jackie said, tell me more about your background, and specifically she wanted to know more about life experiences. Jackie, is that to both of us, or is that to one or the other? Just let me know so I can make sure that we are addressing it the proper way. So you can put both, or to me, or to Shey Love, whichever one you would like to know. That's just a few things that I've been thinking about, like in my head. Like that's relationships are things that I don't openly talk about a lot, or dating is a lot of things. I keep that part of my life very closed out because, again, I'm very old-fashioned about it. So there's only a few people that really I open up to about that. So to even do this like right now on live, like it's not scary because I'm comfortable in what I talk about, but it's vulnerable. You know, it's a vulnerable spot because, like I said, I've been single for 9 years. So it's definitely something that it's not a bad thing. I know myself inside and out, but sometimes you do feel less than because you see so many other people go in and out of relationships. You see people get married. Not meaning that the grass is greener because they go through their own trials, but you see other advancements in people's lives, and you feel like, why am I still here? Like, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning, doing, or what am I waiting on? Because you could be doing all of those things, and it just kind of makes you question some things. Jackie wants to know more about you, your life experiences, like where you're from, school, things like that. She wants your background.
I am from a little small area, or I guess between areas, Killeen and Temple area.
Hobbies.
Oh, I love track and field. I'm a sports person. May not look like it, but I am. Any sports, put me in it. Or I'll watch it either way. I love dancing. I love music. Anything to do with music that's like sing. I can't hold a note, but I'm gonna sing. I'll dance. I'll two-step you right off the dance floor. Don't play with me. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's my school. I went to Killeen High, but again, I went to Temple. So my Temple people that see this, hey, I'm still rocking Temple. My Killeen people, I still rock Killeen. I don't need to be split in half like that. So I rock both sides of the world.
I didn't know anything about the Killeen side.
Yeah, I graduated from Killeen, but I was raised in Temple. So high school finished over there in Killeen.
Jackie says she sees athlete.
Oh, all day. All day. I'm very country. Look, I'll pop these nails off in a heartbeat and get with it. So, hey, all day. All day. What else?
I'm thinking. She said it's a military town.
Yes, I'm a military brat. Never was I in the military, but I am a military brat. I'm a military baby. I like when people ask me questions.
Yeah, I like questions, you know, but like I said, there's some people are never going to speak. They're just going to listen, and I respect that.
And that's okay.
We're cool.
I'm here for all of that, you know. Sometimes we don't know what to say at first.
Yeah.
Just gonna watch.
No nonsense upbringing.
You know what? Tell me your turn-offs about an individual. What is it that you just can't deal with?
Okay.
Please tell me. I want to know. Because I've been talking to you, and I've known you for a while. But I don't know what your turn-offs are. You've accepted and tolerated a lot, which I don't understand.
I'm really open, but I don't like people with no motivation, like no direction, no sense of hustle or grind. I don't have a type, and I think it throws people off when I say that. I don't have a type. Like, I'm very open to dating anybody. I've dated big, I've dated small, I've dated short, I've dated midget, I've dated, you know, all across the spectrum. I mean, from, you know, dominant to submissive. Like, I've dated all across the spectrum, and I'm open. Like, I don't have a type. Now, I like dark. I love dark skin, but I've dated light, like very, very light. Like, I have no type. It's more connection for me. I dated ugly. I dated really pretty. It's based on the connection. Like, if the connection is right, I see past all the physical.
But what are your turn-offs?
My turn-offs are That's what I was saying. No motivation, no hustle. Like you have to. I don't care if you drive buses, if you pick up trash, or if you flip burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of that means anything to me because money is not a big factor because we can't take it when we die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as you have hustle and you can make it, that to me means more than meaning anything. You know, some people are like, I need a 401k, I need this, I need that. And all that's cute and fine, but like at the end of the day, I feel like where's the hustle, where's the grind? Like you have to want it. Like show me that you want it and you're gonna go out there and do what you need to do to get it done within a legal ramification. And really sometimes I can understand the illegal too if it just really gets to that point. You know, but I prefer it be legal, okay? So my turnoff is lack of hustle, lack of motivation. Another turnoff for me is liars. I hate them. I feel like liars are worse than thieves and killers. Because I feel like if you will lie, you will steal from me. And if you will steal from me, you're probably not far from wanting to kill. So I think liars are the worst of the three. I don't like liars. Tell me the truth. If you're going to cheat, just tell me you're going to cheat. I'm sleeping with somebody else. If you don't want to be in a relationship no more, don't try to spare my feelings and go have a whole side relationship. Just tell me I'm not feeling this anymore. How I take that is my issue. But I prefer you be honest with me than to drag me on or and leave me out there in the street to wallow. I also am turned off by lack of direction and not knowing who you are. Like I can meet you and tell you exactly who I am, my traits, my personality, my flaws, all those things, so that you know who you're dealing with. Because I know who I am. I know who I am right now. And I know who I'm working to be. I know who I was in the past. Because I've self-evaluated and I've figured me out. And can't nobody tell you me like I can tell you me. And anything you can say about me don't hurt me because I already know who I am.
Makes sense.
And I feel like there are people who believe one thing about themselves, but they're not honest with themselves. And they live in a facade. Yeah. So I don't really have a lot of turn-offs. I kind of learn them as I see them. But I mean, if like I had to say some off top, like those would be probably my 4. I think I listed 4.
You did.
Yeah. Random negative people. They don't. Sometimes it's not necessarily they're negative. I don't like people who just like they're downers. Like everything, the woe is me. Like they always, nothing in life ever falls right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that will never fall right within your life, and I feel like you have to know like who you are, and you got to be there. Yeah, consistency. Yes, Jackie. Consistency goes a long way. Like, be consistent in something, even if you're a consistent failure. Be consistent. Like, you can't be one day failing and the next day on top. Consistency is key. Because if you're consistently failing, you're consistently learning. So eventually one day that failure will turn into success or into something else. I just feel like you have to be consistent. People get scared of rejection. People get scared of no's. People get scared of failing. And all of that are stepping stones to success or to something else. But you have to go through it to get to it. Oh, I feel like I'm preaching here. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm in my zone right now. Yeah. So those are my turn offs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's something I want to know.
About me?
Not necessarily about you,
okay,
but something that you do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So earlier we kind of hinted earlier on a different platform that about BDSM.
Oh shoot.
And
Lord.
I am very conservative if you don't know it or not. So give us the light. Give us. You don't have to tell us a lot, everything, but give us first off what BDSM is, and maybe like a few examples of it, because I really believe that, and I'm gonna preface it with this: we as melanated people, a lot of times are raised a certain way, and we're not open to a lot of things. And I feel like because we're not open to them and we don't know what these things are, because again, we probably not privy to them at a point of our lives, we tend to shun or go off about it. And so
you already know what that is.
I wanted to figure it out. Tell
She's
everything.
She's so messy.
So
Lord, she was waiting on that. She was waiting on it.
So
she messy.
I just want to know, first off, we'll keep it in the talking points. So the way you don't have to go, you can take it how you want to, but
Look,
we'll keep it in talking points.
I'm just going to say my piece.
Okay.
All right. So.
Because I'm a novice. I'm conservative.
BDSM is not something that I live. Anyway, BDSM lifestyle is not something that I live. Do I play in some events? Yes, I do. However, it's not my actual lifestyle. Now, what I will say is that the closest part of BDSM that I will get into is the bondage part. I love being bonded. If you do not know what that means that I like to be handcuffed. I like to be tied. I like to be twisted as like a pretzel, if you want to say it that way. It doesn't have to be for just sexual encounters. It can just be an idea that you come up with and you just want to try it. It could just, it could be a lot of different other reasons than just having sexual relations in this whole bondage type of ordeal. So that's as close as I'm going to get to that, but I do not live the BDSM lifestyle. So I am not the person that you want to ask questions in regards to that, because that's not the lifestyle that I choose to live. Do I know some ins and outs? Absolutely. But because I know that there could be a lot of different people watching this live here, or go back and watch it if you're not watching it live, that may ask me 1,001 questions. I have a couple of people that I can refer you to because they live the actual lifestyle. But as far as me, I'm not the right person that you can ask. You should be asking those questions too. Now, if you want to ask any questions in regards to bonding, being tied up, being in handcuffs, or any of those types of things, I can answer those questions for you. But anything further than that, I cannot.
What is BDSM?
It is bondage. It is submissive. It is a dominant. It is.
Is that the sadist masochist?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So those are people who, I don't want to say it wrong, but like, are those people who enjoy not the bonding part, but like pain and pleasure type?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like whippings and spankings and.
I
hot wax and things like that.
I can get with the hot wax. I can get with the spankings.
I don't trust anybody enough. Like, I feel like I would punch anybody. I don't trust anybody enough.
Why?
I don't trust people.
So I understand. That is not something, I would say this out loud and proud. That is not something that you do with any and everybody.
That's not.
That is something you do not do with any and everybody.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. That is something you do not do with any and everybody. You should be able to do this with somebody that makes you comfortable. You should do this with somebody if you're thinking about it. Mm-hmm. You should do those type of events are those type of things with people or individuals that you are comfortable with, or you can go to events that maybe having those things going on so you can see what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Get ideas. It starts with bedroom ideas. Like, hey, we never tried this. Let's try that. Or it's just, and you can make it more than just, oh, well, you got to be my submissive, or yo, you got to be my dom. You got to do what I tell you to do. It's way more than that. That's why I said, again, you might want to, research some things, look it up online, BDSM, or look up dungeons, or look up, events or parties, and just go to one. You don't have to participate in anything that you don't want to. You don't have to participate in anything you don't want to. Just be open-minded. If you're very closed-minded and you're very old school and you want to do it your way and it's been working for you, do those things. But for the people that are open-minded and want to experience new things, I just say go to an event and just see what you have done that you haven't done this way, or you ain't never done this. Let me try that at home. You don't have to participate in anything that you go and look at.
They were having a conversation about this on something similar on the radio, not radio, was it radio? Somewhere I heard of it. And they were talking about the need for non-disclosures. Because you do have people that get into things, specifically, celebrities or whatever, but people who may be in certain types of fields where you don't want stuff to get out about maybe your desires or your freak side or whatever. You want to keep a certain thing, and you want to make sure you have a non-disclosure about what what that can be said, what can't be said, but also in the non-disclosure what you're agreeing to do or let be done, things that you're not participating in, because you want to make sure. Because at this point, there was some celebrity somewhere that's being sued by somebody that they did something kinky things with because they felt like this person put them in a situation they did not agree to, but they partook in other situations. So I think, just tying it all in there, it's a lot to partake, because I know people who went to bathhouses, of course your sex parties or whatever. I've even known people who've gone to some of the swinger places, couples that go and participate in the swinger parties, and all that to me is just kind of a lot. Again, I'm conservative when it comes to that area of my life, so I'm not against it. If that's you, do you. I'm always about doing you, but for me, I never could even imagine putting myself in a situation where I'm around that, because I wouldn't even know what to do. First off, I'm nosy, so I'm be like, oh, what?
But
there's gonna be so much. I'm gonna be in overload.
That's exactly why you should
No,
know.
and then I don't want people looking at me like I'm gonna feel like the Virgin Mary walking through
walk in as a nun.
Cover
your whole body.
I'm like I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't feel like I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'll be oh. And then I'm dark. And then, some places, well, I don't know about the official ones that have structure, but the unstructured one, they want you to be naked at the door.
Okay, if that's not something you're comfortable with, find something else.
Baby,
there are so many. So that's why I say you want to research, there are so many different things that can make you comfortable. If you have a list of things that you're like, I ain't doing that, I ain't doing that, I ain't doing that, and I ain't doing that, that's fine. There are places out there that ain't gonna do that, ain't gonna do that, ain't gonna do this, ain't gonna do that.
I'm just into Little John's bedroom. I'm just into the old tradition. That's just me. I'm not there yet. I can't. And I'm getting older, so I don't think I'm gonna get there. I don't think I'm gonna arrive no time soon. I'm not that open. Not when it comes to that area of my life.
Okay.
For me.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
Would you ever come to an event?
Probably not.
My event.
Probably not.
Why?
Because it's a lot for me.
I'm not asking you to be naked.
I don't even want to see it.
I'm not asking you to participate.
I don't want to see it.
What is it that you don't want to see?
Everything. It's too much. I'm going to feel like I'm in a live scene.
But why?
That makes me uncomfortable.
So even if you saw something from, you're not actually in the room, but you saw it from another room, that wouldn't make you comfortable either? Mm-hmm. Why?
I don't know. Like, it would be weird.
So let me ask you this. If I had you in a box, and you had you in this box by yourself, and you only had a window where you can see everything else, you wouldn't feel comfortable? Mm-mm. Why?
It would still feel weird.
Nobody's in there with you.
It's not about the people. It's about what's going on. It would feel weird. Okay, let me.
Even though they can't see you watching them?
Yeah, but that's weird.
How is that weird? Do you watch porn?
Not really.
But you have watched porn.
I watched it, but like.
Did you feel weird?
Yeah. Like I'm conservative. I keep telling you, like I'm a guy. I'm not gonna ever tell you I've never seen it, but is it something that I just like go and seek out? Am I an avid porn watcher? No.
Me neither.
And I don't really solicit for it either. Like there are people who literally like, you know, they, like I said, they get into the OnlyFans, they subscribe to people's stuff. They're like avid watchers and partakers of this. That's not who I am.
Me neither.
And I can't. And again, and sex doesn't drive my life. I mean, let's just be. And I'm saying it drives us. I'm not saying that. So let me clear it up. I'm just saying like it doesn't drive me. Like I can literally I could be dating someone and be fine without ever having sex because it doesn't drive my decisions. Now, is sex something that we can do? You know, of course, in a relationship. Yeah, I'm open to it. But again, that to me, I'm a very conservative person. So to go and watch somebody or do the voyeurism or whatever whatever you call that, like that, it's a little. It would make me uncomfortable. Like just talking about it makes me uncomfortable. Oh. I mean, not in a bad way. Like I can talk about it. I'm just saying, but like I feel some type of way just expressing that. Like it's just it's a little weird. And weird not in a bad way, but weird for me because I've always been this way. Like when it comes to like the smushing room, like I don't mind talking as far as having conversation. Like, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, or you know, what can we do to make it spicy for us? But like to go into a atmosphere where there's like public viewing or multiple people or all of that to me is just kind of foreign. And maybe I'm dry. I don't know. I mean, I probably am dry, but I'm just saying.
Me personally, I don't like watching porn. I would prefer to see it right in my face, in the flesh.
So you're a voyeur?
I would either, if I don't like what I see, I want to hear it. So if I had an option, I would listen all day long. Because if I'm watching and there's something that you doing something that I don't like, I'm turned off and I'm ready to go home. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I don't want to sit around and watch this. And that's just like porn. Like I can turn on porn and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It takes me 3, 4, 5 hours to find something that I'm interested in. And then by the time I find something I'm interested in, I'm ready to go to sleep. My attention span is very short. I have a very short attention span. So if you can't catch it immediately, like I'm over it. I'm over it. I ain't even interested. I'm done. And that ain't even with just sex. That's within almost. To be honest, I think I'm short of in my life in general. Right now, I don't have any patience. So you either got it or you don't. I don't have patience to sit around and wait. I feel like where I'm supposed to be in life and where I want to be in life it's like what you call a magnet. It's like it ain't. I don't have. Are you adding to me, or are you destroying me? Are you a distraction? Because if you're not gonna add to me, like I can add to you, I don't want to pause. So if I gotta sit here and skim through porn for 3 hours just to get some release or some satisfaction, I don't want to do it. So really, when it comes down to viewing or hearing, that's why I would just rather hear, because my imagination goes wild. Like I know what I like. So if I hear it, I can make it be what it is that I like, and I'm good with it.
All that auditory stuff irritates me. Like all that, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be disgusting, but all that, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand in passion or in pleasure, there is some auditory sounds that will be made. But you got people who try to live out that fantasy of that hardcore, aggressive pornography type stuff, and it's the yeah, and the dirty talking. If that's what you like, don't get me wrong, like that's what you like. But for me, it's a lot. Like that turns me off. Like literally, it turns me off. Like there's a fine line between enough and too much.
Understood that.
And
I can understand that.
I feel like some people go way too far, like way too far. And I don't know. It for me, I think I'm more into the passion than into the
intimacy.
Yeah, than into the pleasure side. Like pleasure is one thing, but I think the intimacy goes further because for me, like,
trust me, I know.
It's more in touch. Sound don't do nothing for me. Visual doesn't necessarily do nothing for me. It's in the feeling and in the touch, and that for me goes further than the other two combined. Which I think is why maybe porn for me doesn't do anything for me because visual, yeah. I mean, eventually, visual can anybody, but it's not what gets me. And auditory is not what gets me. It's in the feeling, it's in the pleasure. I mean, in the feeling, in the the sensations.
So I'm a jack of all trades when it comes out of that because I don't have to have it in front of me and see it for me to be turned on. Mm-hmm. I don't have to hear it either. Now I will say 75% of the time I want someone that slow music in the background playing, right? Mm-hmm. We can have a sip of wine or whatever. We don't even have to have no wine. But I want someone to be able to connect with me. Mm-hmm. So rather I'm sitting on them or laying with them and just their hand motions just on me nonstop. You don't take your hand off of me not one time, and you're soothing me. Like I love things like that. Like that. There is more satisfying than penetration or any type of sexual encounters. I can take that all day long, all year round. But there are other percent. That other percent is I need live action, or I need to hear some stuff, and that's just the nasty side of me. But that goes on a whole nother person. That's all I'm gonna say. Got a whole nother person, and that's when she comes out.
I mean, I get that. I just, I'm still old fashioned, and I'm never lied about that. I know who I am when it comes to that point. I'm very adventurous, but my adventure is in a different format. I'm not as adventurous in the bedroom as I am like in real life. Like I'm the type, like I went skydiving. Like that's my adventure. Like I like thrill, adventure, nature adventure, those type of things. Some people are adventurous more in their lifestyle. Some people are adventurous in the bedroom. Some people are adventurous other ways. I think my level of adventure is maybe in the thrills. And I don't consider that area of my life one of those. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised ain't nobody got no questions.
Well, the people been in and out, and you never know. But I know what you're saying. I know.
Surprised ain't nobody got no questions. They show quiet over there.
So before we bring it to a close, I know it's getting late, and I don't want to keep you up all night. I just
somebody be mad.
No, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Okay, so I guess my last thing is I had something and I lost it in my head.
Oh, go find it.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
We got time.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Jackie went to sleep.
Maybe.
Come back, Jackie. And if you left, you supposed to tell us good night, something.
Yeah,
Come
I think
back.
Jackie might have went to sleep. I think Cora might have got lost in the transition from one line to another.
Oh, these are harder than I thought.
They're hard?
Harder than I thought.
Yeah. I really lost it. Like it left my mind. I have no clue where that thought went that I was gonna go, and I had somewhere I was gonna go. It was gonna be a different direction though, and I can't think about. Man, I just lost like all track of my mind. That just really pissed me off. Anyway, well, y'all. What I want y'all to do while I'm trying to think and retrieve where I was going in my mind, even if you're not watching the live and you see this later, in the comments, weigh in because it always brings up more topics or things that we could talk about and weigh in on, and just be real about it. Like one thing about me is I'm gonna keep it real at all times. I can do it classy, I can do it nasty, whichever way, but I want to really have real conversation. I'm not trying to sugarcoat or do anything. I'm gonna state my opinion, whether you agree or not, it's fine. That's not my issue. But I want to have real adult talk. Like we're having real adult talk. I mean, like you're viewing us doing it, but this is a real conversation, like between the two of us. It's not scripted or anything. And I think that's why you hear it, the spaces and the pauses, because like we're really thinking through what it is we like and what we want, and that's the authenticism. Oh, big word.
Big word.
The authenticism
the big
of having, of having the opportunity to have conversations like this where you can just weigh in. And again, there was no script for this or no topics per se. It was kitchen table talk. Jackie said, "Is this every Friday?"
Aww.
Well, actually, the weigh-in normally is a Sunday show. Normally, I was doing it Sunday around 9:30. I got away from it, but I used to go do it every Sunday for a while, and we would do games. We would have conversation. Yep. People would come on and talk. I just got away from it, y'all. I don't know. My mind is. It'd be a lot going on over here. It'd be a lot.
Every Friday. Every Sunday.
I liked it on Sundays, but Fridays. I mean, Friday could work. The thing about Friday is a lot of people can be busy Friday night or do whatever. Where Sundays, most people tend to kind of be home more, getting ready for the work week. So it's just kind of like a wind down type of situation. I don't care. I mean, I could do it. I mean, I definitely need to be more consistent in it. As a reflection, it's just trying to commit. I'm good with Sundays.
But Jackie, if we're gonna be doing this every Sunday for you, you're gonna have to ask us some questions. You're gonna have to bring us some topics, boo. We're gonna need them. Because sometimes we can't think of our own, because I know Brandon outside of this and the box, right? So we talk all the time. So sometimes we may talk and we may feel like, man, we talked about that already, but y'all don't know. And so ask questions, just like somebody else on here watching and won't ask questions, but she got 1,001 questions going on, but she won't ask no questions. So we need people to chime in, and I don't want you to be shy. Like I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. This is just my opinion, and I am not perfect by far, but I have experienced a lot in life, and I know where I went wrong. I know what I could have done now. I know what I could have done to better the situation. And I'm still learning just by Brandon how he handles certain things. So I want to learn this platform for me, I don't know about Brandon, I'm not gonna speak for him because he's sitting right here. But this platform for me is just so I can converse with the world, but also learn things from other, from other individuals as well. We're still out here in a pandemic fighting, so this is our way now. This is it. This is the new norm. So let's use it. I love and care for everybody. So
Jackie said, "Okay, I add you guys to my schedule."
Like, seriously though, like, it's all fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to, well, at the end of the day, I love and care for you. Somebody loves and care for you by the end before you lay your head down. I always tell you that. I'm always going to tell you that. And this is his platform, and I'll tell you that I love you more than probably he do. He pray for you, but I'm gonna tell you that I love you, care about you. Not that I'm not praying for you, but I'm saying I'm going to tell you that before you lay your head down and go to sleep, somebody in this world do love and care for you, and that's me.
Jackie said, "Have you guys thought about Clubhouse?"
Ooh.
I've never even been on Clubhouse. I know what it is.
I don't know what it is. Inform me.
It's like a app, and you can get in the app, and you can have like a room, and then people from all over can come in. Like, you can let people in. They can get invited into the room, and like y'all have like chat. It's almost like being on the phone now. It's like a group chat. Not necessarily video, it's just voice. But Bailey is into Clubhouse a lot. She loves Clubhouse. She's in different groups. And, it was real popular, like especially when the pandemic last year. It's still going on now, but it had a lot of stuff. I never thought about it, honestly. Because I don't know everybody. And I mean, you have control of like, who can talk, who can't talk, things like that. But, I don't know. That's different for me. That's a different. I'm not into I don't use a lot of social media apps. Like, I'm very selective in what I will and won't get on, because social media is a lot, and you have to really be able to manage it, and it can be overwhelming in a sense. She said, just what you guys did. Multiple people joined in private groups. Yeah, that.
Got it.
Oh, she says, I'm on Clubhouse and Twitter does the same. Wait, I'm on Clubhouse and Twitter does the same now. Oh, Twitter has it too. And then, Facebook has the Facebook chat groups or whatever. And they also have a Facebook Voice or something. I mean, Facebook. A lot of these places are recreating the same ideas to keep people on their platforms or whatever. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's just weird. I don't know. I can't do a lot of social media. I have to be careful because you intake so much. Like, I'm really careful about my intake. Like, it can be too much negativity, too much stuff, like the news and all that. I keep all that stuff out of my life. Like, I don't know half of what's going on in the world because I can't intake that. That stuff causes anxiety, depression. It brings you down. I can't worry, stress. I can't worry about things I can't control. So I have to stay in my own lane.
One thing about me, I will not or ever on any platform talk about politics. Okay? That's one that I'm just not going to talk about. Okay? So as long as you guys know that, I will never, ever, 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 ever talk about politics. So 9 times out of 10, I'm clueless, and you ask me something, I'm gonna be like, huh? So please don't ask me. You can ask him. Don't ask me.
Jackie said, okay, keep doing what you're doing.
Carry on. Other words, carry on.
I'm careful. I just, people get in, and then you have a lot of ignorant people. I'm not saying even on this, it can be ignorant people, but you have a lot of ignorant people that they get angry, but think their opinion is the only opinion. I'm one of those people. As long as what you do does not cause me harm or affect my world, keep doing what you're doing.
Carry on.
Yeah. I'm one of those people. But you have people that are like, no, it's this way, and this is the only way you can do stuff, and that, I can't do that. I don't believe my way is the only way of life. I don't think that everything I do is right. I think it's right for me. But what's right for me and what's right for somebody else is two total different things, and I think people have to think about that as they go forward. Okay? Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Sophia, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Welcome. So, yeah, I think what's right for me may not be right for someone else. So you have to be kind of careful, and you gotta, know, and that's why I said I'm selective in the platforms that I do get on, because you don't want to expose yourself to too much, and you don't want to expose yourself to things that could cause you, you know, to waver one way or the other. I know who I am. I know what makes me comfortable. I stay in those lanes. You know, getting on TikTok for me was a big step because I don't do a lot of social media. You know, Facebook was my only social media platform. So getting on TikTok took me a while, but I got TikTok. But the only reason I like TikTok is because it was funny. You could laugh. There was kind of different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But even TikTok kind of started becoming like other platforms. And so I just had to kind of step back. So like I don't get on TikTok as much.
I don't know how to operate TikTok.
It's
All I do is scroll.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make a live video.
It's simple. Well, do live videos on TikTok, you have to have like 1,000 followers before you can go live. But it's simple. But I don't get on there like that. I know how to do what I need to do. But
even with that, y'all see, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about no Twitter. I don't know nothing about no TikTok. I mean, of course, I have a TikTok, but I just have it to scroll and laugh at other people. But as far as me making my own little videos and putting them up, don't know how to do it. And really, to be honest, I don't really care to do it. I'm the type of person, I just want anything that's going to make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because that laughter helps me with my everyday activities.
Mm-hmm.
My stress, my anxiety, my depression, all of that. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
It helps. So anything that makes me laugh, that's what I wanna receive. I wanna bring into my body. So
yeah. Okay. So right now, any other questions for us, y'all? If not, we're gonna get ready to close it out because I know, I've held my friend here hostage for a little while.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be mad at me.
And I don't want her to get in trouble.
I'm already in trouble.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So I want to make sure that, before I get off, is there any other questions real quick that we can answer? Anything else? If not, we're gonna, we're gonna part ways so that she can get ready to say goodbye to me. It's so hard.
No, we do not say goodbye. We always say what? See you later. Thank you.
Yeah. So y'all let me know anything else before we part ways. If not, we're gonna get ready to close this out.
Did we give her an opportunity to ask a question?
I don't know if she's still on right now. She said, "Hey," she liked the video. I don't know if she's still on though. I'm not for sure. But last call for questions, and then we're gonna move on.
Jackie, you have no more questions? The other person don't have no more questions? I'm guessing not.
Okay. Well, no biggie. Well, Jackie says she's good. Okay. Well, we've had a good conversation. We dibble and dabble a little bit. That's why we call this kitchen table talk. It's just kind of, two people having a talk. We're on the couch though. But,
right.
Just having kitchen table talk and letting the conversation go where it goes. Real natural, unscripted. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoyed our special guest, Shey Love, tonight. Baby Shey has been a trooper tonight. Baby Shey has been a big trooper. We love it. We love it. We love it. You said brunch soon.
Hey!
Yes, we love a good brunch. But yeah, make sure you hit the comments, for Shey Love, for me. You can ask questions. We'll definitely, respond to them. And maybe it'll turn another topic that we can do and come back and revisit the topic, at another weigh in or whatever the case may be, whatever we do. But, just definitely let us know. We can definitely, go from there. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's conversation. Like I said, we kind of hit a lot of different topics and all of the time together. But definitely, I think all of them had purpose and plan. And I hope the people that needed to hear it, it reaches those people, that you take it in and go back and self-evaluate. That's the biggest thing I can take away from all this, is to go back and self-evaluate. Because even after tonight's conversation, I'm going to go back and self-evaluate based on some of the things we discussed tonight. And I think, it was a takeaway for me. So I hope you got something from it too. So anyway, I'm B Banks, and this is
Shey Love.
And we just weighed in on a lot of other different topics here at the weigh-in. And I hope that y'all enjoy it. And we'll hit you later. But hit those comments up, like and subscribe to the video. and reach out in the comments to me or Shey Love and let us know what you thought about the topics, where you stand, and maybe some other things you want to talk about that could lead to future conversations that we have, because we definitely want to have Shey Love back on the show, whether it's virtual or in person. And we continue off the mic, okay?
I'm gonna be around. I ain't going nowhere.
All right, guys, we're gonna holler at you later. I hope y'all enjoy it, and don't forget to weigh in. Bye, guys.
Mwah.